Hello everybody, and welcome back to the World of Warships series! Today, it might look like I did this the same recording as last recording session, but I assure you I didn't. I just like this sweater. We're going to be starting by opening some Santa containers. We also have a shipbuilding container. I'll get to that. Because we're going to be picking up our Tier 9 armoury cruiser. And I think I've come to a conclusion on the one I want, because there was no feedback on what one I should get. I'm just going to get the one I feel like I'll probably like the most, which means I'm going to be getting Azuma. I was going to go Tulsa, but I know I'm going to hate that so much. The shipbuilding container is for the shipbuilding collection, which you cannot collect. It gives premium time, and for fully completing it, you get a Santa's Big Gift, which is pretty neat. This is the older container, so, you know. It's not a horrible collection, it's just our coal has better purposes. So, we're going to be popping into here, popping over to coal. I almost grabbed Yoshino. We want Azuma. I might end up regretting this. I might end up wanting Tulsa, but I'm going to show the main reason why I don't want Tulsa, aside from just its guns being mediocre and you know, it not being the best. It's just simply the American armor profile. 27 millimeters is good. It can bounce 380s. But, like, anything bigger than a 380 coming in specifically from the front is probably going to catch this shelf on the front of the Citadel and is going to Citadel you. You really can't angle in this thing, and you do have a slightly above water Citadel. You are going to eat a lot of damage, especially at this range. So you basically have to run the thing range mod, or else you're going to suffer. Azuma's armor is not a huge amount better. Like, don't get me wrong. This isn't good armor by any means. In a lot of ways, it's worse. But at the very least, you can play from further away. And you have at least a little more belt armor on your Citadel and some torpedo protection that can sometimes act as a bit of an extra protection for you. It's not perfect, but it's better than what Tulsa's got going for it. So let us pick up Azuma. Plus, I gotta be repping an Azure Lane ship. It's gotta happen. Comes with a 3-point commander. We're never going to be using this commander. I'm going to be putting just our highest point commander on here. And I definitely want Last Stand. Here's the thing. There's really... yeah, I suppose Eye in the Sky. Eye in the Sky could be useful. Gives me more spotters, makes the spotter come back faster. I'm definitely going to be running it. Yeah, because you can't not run it. So, 2 minutes instead of 4 minutes to get the spotter back. We want Hydro. Demolitions Expert is redundant. It's 1%. You're already at 27. Going up to 28 is not going to make that much of a difference. I'm kind of actually minorly leaning towards this, just for the extra sector reinforcement, because this is basically extra damage that your guns will deal. So, like, that puts it up to 75% extra. I mean, these aren't terrible AA. They're not, it's not good, but it's not terrible. No, we'll go Eye in the Sky. Adrenaline Rush and Concealment, because going dark is very useful. I mean, it's a cruiser. We'll probably be back in the 2- and 3-point skills quite often. As for equipment... Oh, I missed the half-off period. Whoop. Should have done that sooner. Well, let's... Where this is a ship I'm going to be using a lot, I do want to actually get it properly equipped, but I might save on reload mod for now, even though that is what I'm going to be going with. You could, in theory, run a goofy secondary build on this thing. In theory, you can do it. In practice, you really shouldn't. But in theory, you can do it. But we do want to run this. We will need to remake all of this silver, but Azuma can do it. Any tier 9 can do it. So it's not a big deal in the slightest to be spending this silver. I just don't want to spend all of our silver, even though I really could, but I want to hang on to some. Now, we do have 310mm guns with some pretty solid high explosive, pretty solid armor piercing. This is a ship that wants to use both. I might regret doing this, but I want to hop into randoms. I'm also going to throw on one of our blue credit boosters. XP booster is not important. Yeah, where we have premium time, I'm just going to throw on all the blues. Because the game gave me 24 hours of premium time while I was just doing up my dailies today, so we're doing this. So let's hop in with Azuma and see how things work out. Okay, we've got tier 8 to 10. Okay, so we're mid-tier. That's pretty neat. We are on the submarine... Oh, there's 2 submarines. I was going to say, we're on the submarine flank. There's 2 submarines. I actually don't want a full speed. I'm going to half speed and hope the Freddy goes ahead, and I'm going to try and play wide. Because Azuma does have the range to do it. There's also something I really want to do really quick that's going to make the game audio go away. Why is this not on the right thing? There we go. I was just getting an overlay up for myself. Okay. I do wish that, you know, Azuma at least had, like, half of the torpedo armament of Yoshino, but, you know. Because this would be an amazing spawn for a Yoshino. Because Yoshino has 20-kilometer noob tubes. Basically meaning you can just torpedo spam from the back row. But this concealment. We have basically 12-kilometer concealment. That is really good for a cruiser with this big of guns. And I'm going to start with the high explosive loaded, because this is solid high explosive. It pens enough to get through the Pan American battle cruisers, which they do have one of and could be on this flank. The Bungo is probably going to be our death, because that ship is... I'll just say it, it's bullshit. I'm going to try not to, like, rant today, because I've been doing that a lot lately. I'm going to try and get turned in a bit. Because I don't really want to get spotted flat broadside. And I'm probably going to get spotted soon. Well, there's something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guns. What has 8 guns? That might have been 9. That might be the Wisconsin. Or maybe it was 10 and some of them were just merged together. In which case it'd be the Bungo.
Enemy force detected.
Oh boy. U-190
All forces provide cover.
versus U-4501. It's Wisconsin. Okay. Well, there's their destroyer. Shots out at the Yugamo. I somehow didn't get spotted?
Target penetrated.
Okay. Somehow the Yugamo is spotted? He's in... Is there a radar up? I am very confused. Okay. This isn't an ideal situation. Let's drop those there. Oh, he's way over there. Okay. And I don't have the range for that. The Wisconsin is reversing, it seems. Yes, yes, it is. Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be reversing? I need to be aware of my air detect. 8-7. Oh, boy. Okay, let's get my guns turned and get pushing inward. The Wisconsin overmatches us everywhere, so it really doesn't matter that much if we give him broadside. Let's try just dumping that there and seeing what happens. Who knows?
Our team has taken the lead. Torpedoes, direct front. Awaiting instructions. Torpedoes, direct front. Torpedoes to starboard.
Those seem a little sus. Okay, let's see if I can make him ping. I should probably be loading the AP here, but I'm just going to keep the high explosive loaded. I missed. Let's get my spotter up. Is he going to hit the island? No. Because as what has been data mined, range does give you an ever so slightly dispersion increase. Well, an ever so slight one. Well, there he is. He is right under me. And I can't depth charge again for another while, which is really annoying. Especially because every time I do that, my guns turn, which is fun. Well, I caused a flood. He's gonna just ram me. I don't think he knows exactly where I am. Bit too close there, buddy. The fact that that was 2 splashes. Subs are so BS, man. Ow. But I don't want to get ranting. This enemy team has just fallen apart. Not exactly a great first game. But hey, maybe I can get some more damage on the Wisconsin. And maybe he'll shoot at the Harugumo instead of me. Nah, he's going for me. Of course he is. I can't blame him. I'd go for me. Or no, he is still aiming at the Harugumo. This is a case where I would shoot at the Azuma if I was at Wisconsin. Purely on account of, one, the Azuma is closer. And 2, he can probably deal more damage to me. More percent of my HP in damage, at least. Which would be quite good for him, because that's more experience. There he goes, turning his attention. Ow. Gotta love overmatch. I'm gonna complain. It's not a fun mechanic, guys. What is that? That's a Sejong. Okay. Like, someone please tell me how that is fair. I would love to know. Someone at Wargaming, please tell me how that was fair. How my properly angled ship just took 20,000 damage through the bow. The answer is it isn't fair. It's not supposed to be fair. It's supposed to hold hand battleships. Or hold them. Hold hand. Same thing. Aww. Well, 64,000 damage. Not a great start, but that team just fell apart. There really wasn't time to get damage. But that right there is why you want a tier 9 premium. Because that's no missions completed. That's, I mean, there's the festive reward, but that's steel. That's, you know... Blue boosters also make quite a big difference, which is why you should really endeavor to save your blue boosters for these instances. Because, well, they make quite the big difference. I mean, even a regular booster, like this one, is still fine. It's nowhere near as good, given this is basically 4 of these boosters. Like, it's a lot. Let's go for game 2. Let's see if we can get an actual decent game out of this thing. And this actually popped during the way, so I guess I'll just continue to talk. I know I can pull much better games out of Azuma. Oh, tier 8 carrier. An 899, I think. Yeah. That's not an 899 I've seen before. It's one that's very dangerous for me, because that Kearsarge can absolutely wreck me. I don't know if he can get through the deck of the Hornet. I also don't know if he'd have the range. For an explanation of 899, it's a tier 8 carrier with 2 tier 9 battleships. That is your general 899. In general, what they want to be doing is running, a pair of Musashi alongside their carrier, because the Musashi can overmatch any carrier they encounter except the British. I was playing my British carriers at the time that division was very popular. I had quite the amount of angry messages from people, basically, to summarize them, saying, well, that's just not fair. Because their division's entire goal was to nuke the enemy carrier. If they can't do that, well, their whole division's goal is just kinda ruined. So I have no idea why that person's in a division by themselves. I initially thought it was two failed divisions, but they must have created the division immediately upon the battle starting. It's like the only thing I can think of. How am I spotted? Is someone... Oh, okay, it's the Gdansk over there. I missed. I missed the orange. Well, let's try again. Also, I need to do something really quick. I don't know how that's going to look on the recording end, but if you ever notice, like, if you're ever running a multi-monitor setup and you start to notice, like, some weird, like, lag on your other screen, Windows key, Control Shift B. Reset your graphics drivers. We'll fix the problem right there. And that is what I was just experiencing, so I'm basically safe from this Kearsarge. Hey, buddy. Enjoy flying through my AA. Yeah, he lost a plane. I can't shoot anybody from here, and I really don't want to move while I'm still spotted by aircraft. Maybe I could shoot at the orange. Orage? Whatever that would be. I don't think I could hit him, though. Ooh, okay, no, I don't want to move. The Jean Bart's moving up. I can definitely get shots off on him. He does overmatch my armor, but I can get shots off at him. And my high explosive does not care about his, so... I know that would be an argument that people would and do make against changing overmatch in any way as, well, high explosive doesn't care about armor, except it kind of does. I mean, if these weren't 310s, like if these were, say, 127s, yeah, I'd be very much caring about his armor. And we lost sight of the Jean Bart. Oh, good for you, Kurfürst. We both do. Is the Lexi coming for me? That is the question. I can't imagine he is, because our Hornet is trying to get himself killed. Okay, he's going for Kurfürst. Does he not know? Also, I'm pretty sure I can move up, so I'm going to. Let's see. You're turning, so I'm going to put shots there. Predicting the full turn. He did not full turn. It's the thing with shooting at French destroyers. Yep, someone on the team's having a good day. I know you guys can't see the chat, but someone just said effing bastards. And someone else is saying assholes team again. So they're having good days. Always nice to see people having a good day. That's probably going to throw my shells off. But there's a fire on the Kearsarge, who's not controlling his planes, so he probably immediately put it out. Yes, he did. I'm actually pretty safe right here from them specifically, so... And then after, when this salvo reloads, I'm going to go back onto the Kearsarge, because his damage control will definitely be off cooldown by then. Or I won't, because he just went on spot, and just as soon as I fire at the Jean Bart, there he is again. Like, this island's actually giving me probably enough cover to keep my bow protected at least. Which is really all I could ask for here. We're gonna lose. This team is utterly falling apart. Our carrier pushed up way too much. This is also not going to be a particularly great game. But this will be an example of you do make the same credits on a loss as you would on a win. So... we have a Picarde, and he's playing from very far away. Okay. Yeah, I am definitely spotted by the Orage. Hey, we got a kill! Our team got 1 kill! Jeez. Can I get a fire? Like, Jesus. Yeah, this is kind of a problem. I'm only going to know that Kearsarge is there again when he fires. He's still lobbing high explosive. Okay. That's good for me. The Orange is after the Iowa. Oh, I get lit on fire. I'm not allowed to light him on fire, but I get a fire. Oh, this is such a bummer. He's in his planes. He can't... Ah, this is such a bummer. That is very much a case of I could have just lit him on fire, maybe, and then he would have burned for the whole duration, basically, that he was flying his planes at least. Let's take shots at the carrier. It's closer. Actually, let's swap to the AP, because if I can rely... There's my fire. There's my fire on the ship that it literally does not matter against. Because I need to be able to live another minute before it'll matter. There's the Kearsarge realizing he has armor piercing. Was wondering when that was going to happen. I can't put that flood out. My kill. I spotted him, he's my kill. I might actually live here. Not sure for how much longer, but... because here comes the Lexi again. It's probably gonna kill me. Yeah. 74k. This team, like... What's wrong with this team? I mean, our Los Andes is way back there. These guys are way down here. Like, this team was just too passive. And where it was aggressive, it really didn't work out. I mean, like, our destroyer in the north died right here. You know, our submarine was back here. This cruiser died here. No one else on the team died remotely in the north. Basically revealing that these battleships were probably the ones from the north who just ran away instead of fighting. And this guy's a secondary build. Like, he's not only a secondary build, but he's a... That's Stalingrad's firing high explosive. He's a secondary build with some of the best armor on any battleship. the Frederick the Great is a secondary boat with pretty good armor at close range. At long range, the armor isn't very good. That is very much what happened with this team. This is an example of the meta is not passive. The players are. And like, I know I said I wasn't going to rant, but like, this isn't so much a rant as much as it is pointing out a bit of a fallacy in people saying there's a passive meta. It's not that the meta is passive, the players are. The meta is what the enemy team did. Controlled aggression. Yeah, our Vampire 2 died early. Our U-190 barely did anything. Our Hornet basically suicided. The Picardy, I feel bad for them. I hope they got that thing for free. You should not buy that ship. Like, in no world should an Azuma be outperforming a Los Andes. But hey, we've made like 2 million silver, so I feel pretty good about doing this. I want to do a third battle. I just want to. So this is going to be a longer episode, but I just really want to do a third battle. We now have a 17.6 second reload. So our damage should definitely go up. Because, I mean, those were our results not even running reload mod. So, you know. We're now basically at Yoshino stock reload. Almost. Yoshino stock is 16. God, the tier 9 battle cruisers are so hampered. But there are really no tier 9 premium cruisers in the armory, and that sucks. So, like, if anyone from Wargaming sees this, please give us more tier 9 armory cruisers. Please? 8-9. Lodge of Destroyers. No submarines. So that's pretty neat. I am going to move kind of central. I'm more going to move so I'm in a position around the left side of C. I mean, that is kind of a better position for the Hipper, but there's no reason why I can't also kind of take up that position, because I'm going to be further back than the Hipper. So. But, like, some actual proper cruisers in the armory at tier 9 would be so nice. And there's gotta be plenty of tier 9 premium cruisers that people just are not buying. So why not just introduce them as a coal ship? Get people spending their resources. You know. And there are tier 9 premiums in steel ships and research bureau, but those are more premium resources. Someone's asking what that thing's... This thing is burst fire sap. It's what it does. I actually wonder how many people, like, see this account saying things in the chat and knowing what it's talking about, and then look at my profile and are like, there's like less than 100 battles. How the...
Enemy force detected.
Sweet home Alabama. Yeah, I had a feeling I'd be safe to do that. Because their destroyer will be out there. It's like, this is an example of you don't need to be right... I somehow broke an AA gun? You don't need to be right behind an island, like directly behind it, to be gaining benefit from it. Now I'm spotted, because I'm guessing their destroyer was actually behind there, and he's now out here. And I missed the Alabama again. And he has taken notice of me, I think. Someone has. There we go. Ow. What would that be? I don't know, I feel like that's multiple things have taken notice of me. Now the Alabama has too. Iparanga, I would really appreciate it if you would move forward a bit so that maybe you'd get shot at instead of me. Roma. Friendly's already dead. It's very much a case of I can already feel the faster reload. Come on, guys. Benson, like, I appreciate what you're doing, but man, do I really wish we had eyes. Because, like, I also really wish this Iparanga would grow a pair, but... Okay, there's the destroyer. That's quite the bummer. Well, I do have a 5-kilometer hydro, so... He has a 5.5, but I have a 5-kilometer one, so... Hey, buddy. Okay. Thankfully, the Alabama does not know what his 2 key is for. I really don't like how many of them are pushing middle like that. I don't know, my shots can get over. 3 of them did. I really wish I had torpedoes right about now. Where am I spotted from? Oh, come on, secondary battleships. Grow a pair, please. Okay, I'm willing to bet that Roma is, yep, it's turning its attention towards me. Fire off a heel. The Bismarck's paying attention to me as well. I'm just trying to keep my armor belt angled and hope that they shoot that instead of my bow. They've just been sitting there wasting their HP. Come on, baby boys. I need to put those fires out. I need my HP. Yeah, I could not stay angled enough because I cannot turn. 2 secondary battleships hiding behind an island, wasting their HP. Uh... 104,000 damage. Like, I didn't want to get ranting, but like, what was their game plan? The enemy team had an Alabama that doesn't understand what his 2 key is for. A Roma, a Harbin, and the destroyer was dead. And the Bismarck. Why did they not just press their frickin' W keys? Like, it's a Tirpitz. And an Ipiranga. Like, I don't understand. I mean, the Wichita, I suppose, as well. But still, like, I'm going to be completely honest. There's no way... With a good player behind the wheel, there is no world where a Tirpitz and Ipiranga lose that fight. They simply have more firepower. The Ipiranga especially. Okay. Balti, please tell me you have radar. You do have your radar. Oh, why did you turn like that? Why is the... Okay. This team, man. Go, Gadget Ognovoy. Don't know why that Johnston was firing high explosive. Also, our Benson has been basically no help. Which is frustrating, because he's going to place well. That has radar, doesn't it? Yeah, that does have radar. And, like, he's probably going to place well, because he probably has quite the amount of spotting damage. As well as he's going to get decent amount of raw damage, too. Because he has landed some torpedoes. But, like... it would have been better for him to be contesting things instead of trying to make the funny play. He should also really be loading the armor piercing right about now. He's dead. Or not, not quite. If he loaded the armor piercing, he might have actually killed the Kronstadt before he went down, but there he goes. Last gasp out of the Navarin. I don't think the Tennessee's barely moved from spawn, which is also a problem, but Ognovoy is kind of MVP here. But this has been 45 minutes. Safe to say that's almost certainly a loss. So yeah. My guess, though, is that's probably going to be another million credit game. Blue boosters are awesome if you have premium time. If you don't have premium time, just save your blue boosters for when you have premium time. And try to use them exclusively on tier 9 premiums. that is my basic advice to all of you when it comes to generating credits, is save it for tier 9s. I know it looks like on paper that these should make almost the same amount of credits, but they don't. Almost 1 million. And it's simply just because tier 9 premiums have an extra bit of baked in credit generation that's under the hood. You can't see that. But they do actually have more than just this 10% extra from their bonus package. I need to see. I have 0% win rate in Azuma so far. Or no, I played 3 battles in it. So I have a 33% win rate. Third on the team. Niparanga's in the bottom half. The Turpit's placed okay. He got close quarters expert. That was probably almost entirely from finishing off the Destroyer, because I think he was the one that finished it off. The Z35 that placed second on their team from nuking our Minigumo out of the game. I have no idea what our Minigumo was doing. Teams, man. It's the holidays. It happens. But yeah, that's going to be it for this one. Thank you all for watching, and hopefully I'll see you back here in the next one. See you then. I suppose an addendum I should tack on to the end of this, because I'm unsure of what I'm going to be doing at this exact moment. This might be the last regularly scheduled video of World of Warships. I am heavily considering transitioning this series onto streaming. Mainly because streaming just makes more sense with how I tend to make these videos anyway. And if I continue to do videos on it, well, the videos aren't doing particularly well, but when I stream, the streams do okay. At least when it comes to Warships. Y'all definitely prefer watching streams of this game rather than videos of it. I get it. Videos tend to be very cherry-picked and very just unpersonal. I get that. It's not generally how I like making videos, but yeah. So like, I am definitely considering changing over to streaming World of Warships, mostly so I can do other video series. This channel is going to be getting a lot busier in 2025. So, you know, if you like my dumb face, you'll probably be seeing a lot more of it. I have not set exact stream days yet, but my plans going into 2025, and given this is, you know, the basically last video of the year, there's the New Year's Day video, but I'm going to be doing a New Year's stream, so that video is getting shafted again. Pretty sure. No, actually, New Year's is... The 1st is Wednesday. Okay, the video is getting shafted potentially anyway, because what I'm thinking into the new year is 3 streams a week, 3 videos a week, and then the Animal Crossing series. So this will probably be 1 or 2 of the streams per week. I don't know what days yet. I'm leaning Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, because I do videos Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So that would basically give me 1 day off, 6 days working, and then Animal Crossing. So, you know, I'm thinking that. I know this is a lot of an addendum to add on to the end here, but I just figured I would make mention of that because I realized that there probably will not be a video on Wednesday. And, you know, I never know. There might be some of you who watch this, you know, quite often, who might be wondering, hey, where'd the video go? There will probably be a stream on Thursday. That's where I'll go with that. There will probably be a stream on Thursday of Warships. So, all that out of the way. Now, thank you all very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you back here probably on Thursday for what will probably be the start of me streaming this game and still putting it in this playlist. So if you're just watching in the playlist and you're wondering why everything is suddenly 2 to 3 hours, that's why. Yeah. See you next time.